Okay, my name is Harry Terrell. I've been an artist all my life. I work in multi-mediums. Basically, I enjoy myself in front of a blank canvas. That's where I can like pour my soul out. Well, this medium we're working with today is pastel, oil pastel. And the application I find is really simple if you keep it light from the very beginning. And you work in shapes and color. But basically I start out with orange, because orange has a tendency to blend in with all the colors that you apply afterwards. So it leaves no impression as to what you began with. So what I do is I go lightly and I just go to basic form of what I'm doing. And I try to put that in as quickly as possible so I have a basis to start with. And you work in large forms and you keep it simple from the very beginning. That's how I start. You're not trying to really, you're just trying to get the placement of everything that's on the individual you're depicting here. It's the basic shapes, and from there it becomes really simple. See, you just start it quickly, from that point everything becomes kind of easy from that point. Then I go with my lighter colors that brings up the form, which is a purple. And I just put these colors in because I'm trying to feel the form, the basic form of it. And this is really simple because all you're doing is filling the canvas with the shapes. Where you're going to put the darks and your lights. Once you have a basic understanding of where everything starts, where the shadows and everything are located, then is when you can start kind of understanding where you need to go from there. And you keep it light and simple. You can move this stuff around like putty once it's really applied. You want to get you a light impression of the person you're depicting, and then you build from that. Once you get that impression there, then you can start adding to it. You start adding to it to get the form more precise. I should say, yeah, more precise. Because all it is a correction corrections are you making. There's no mistakes in art. You know, and everything you do here is a matter of adjusting to what you're looking at. Once you get that, then you can understand just how much you have to add or take away. You know, and then you just basically keep building, using these two colors to excuse me, to depict the form, and then you go back and start using colors that's going to create the actual image by just adding the darks. And then as you go, as you see the form starts to develop, you find the darkest areas, and then those are your points that you don't emphasize them too much at the beginning. You just make sure that those are the points that connect correctly before you start actually doing any detail that matters. You want to have those in place so that you know the form is going to look exactly like what it is you're trying to depict here. I'm trying to get those areas in his face that show me that's him, because now I got basic form. Now I can see where I can start emphasizing the shadows and to create the topography of his face. And don't be afraid to put the color on, but just put it on lightly. Don't be afraid, just put the color on lightly. And blend it right down into the shadows. Right, and in the right location. We work with the values and stuff later, but this is the most important part, creating the form of the individual so that you know that's him. And it'll show that that's him before you even really start doing any detail if you have the form right. Because if the form isn't right, it can't hold the topography that you're going to put on top of this. It just can't hold it because it's not correct, you know. So you have to make certain that this is correct. As close as you can get it, you know what I mean? Nobody's going to get it all the way right. But don't beat yourself up because of it. Just keep working and adjusting. That's it. Just keep adjusting. As you adjust, then it'll eventually start looking like him. All the way. See, when you add this color, when you add your local color underneath the dark, then you put the dark on top of it, it becomes the shadow itself. That's what it does. It becomes that. So you want to add that from the very beginning, because like I said, it's going to show through once you start building these colors. It's going to show through. And that's what you want it to do, be able to show through. See, I'm adding these colors that's going to eventually show through right now. So I know not to go too hard on those areas with that local color too much. vignette this stuff here real quick. Let me see.
Ta-da!